Hey, it's the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
And it's a sombre mood here because Goldfinger's burnt down this morning, one of the great stripping institutions in our fair city of Melbourne.
Strippers is it's the nicest way to describe.
Is that not how? Oh God,
Peelers.
am I going to get in trouble?
Peelers, the peelers.
Oh, I thought you were calling them healers.
Well, they are healers.
Omniva Shivaya. I'm a healer.
It was fantastic. I had many a night there making it rain.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Over the journey.
I bet you
You
did.
and Dennis Walter.
$2 coins.
Especially in the glory days, Christine Swan used to roll in there with the premiership medallions.
Tony Martin was in.
Yeah,
Always
so
a treat.
basically we put you in a time machine. Go
Oh,
back to a better time.
No, he's got some big news. He's got some current news about an upcoming national television ceremony.
He does indeed. And also, we got a bit risque earlier on and talked about the Mile High Club. How does it work? What are the logistics?
Enjoy.
How can you be in the mood?
Have a great podcast. Listen.
Do it.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Tuesday.
Yo.
Morning, Christine. How'd you sleep last night, Dino?
I got 7.5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You
That
recovered
is-
after the big party on Sunday?
No, I'm still cooked from that. But
I did ask Brodie if his levels of serotonin are coming back.
oh yeah, what do you reckon?
He said, "Not really. No, not yet.
Not
One
yet.
more day. One more day. You know, it's like a war zone at homes all over this fair city with kids
Crazy.
falling down
When's it going to end?
with illness. Yesterday, I got a call from Leo's school. He's been sick for a week. Sent him back on Monday because I'm like, you're fine, but you've got to get back to school. Like, you've got to start doing some work.
Monkeypox.
No, it wasn't monkeypox. It's just a cough, like a normal cold.
Wait till
But
he gets
because of the
older,
way the world is, you can't have that anymore. If you have a little sniffle, you are sent home.
Absolutely.
So I got a call at about 10:30. Mum,
Oi.
oi, Mum, don't be mad. They've sent me home. I'm sitting in sick bay. So it's just like the struggle is real. I had to cancel, like I had to push back on what time I had to arrive at the project, go and get him. Anyway, I was happy to see him. He's a thrill every day of his life.
He's a man. What a man.
What a man. And we're sitting in the car and he goes, "Thanks for not getting mad, Mum." And I said, "Oh, I can't. Why would I get mad? It is the way. It is what it is. Like the school nurse has to do this. Her hands are tied." Because when we were there was another kid getting picked up and his mum was furious.
Oh,
Absolutely furious.
Wow.
no.
Did all of a sudden
Yeah.
his cough miraculously heal? There was
No.
only coffee in the car. He
No,
didn't,
he's
he didn't bung
really-
one on, did he?
No, they're really unwell, aren't they? They really are.
Bloody coughs.
Yeah,
and
Peg is, walking around the house going, bunging it on. No, Leo's sick. He's
Peg-
really sick.
You couldn't trust Peg with a texter and a rat, She'd give that a crack.
Absolutely.
She'd try and double line it.
Absolutely. She has tried to double line it. And she nearly got me, but
Smart.
she put the second red line just a bit too close to
Too
the
much.
first one.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Come on,
I
Peg.
absolutely would have fallen for
Way
it.
better.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Nothing beats a cozy winter getaway.
Or escaping to a tropical paradise.
Whatif.com helps you make up for getaways you've missed.
Plan and book everything travel all in one place. Jump online or the What If app. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
The following program is classified M. It contains adult themes.
Oh.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Uncut. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love this. I'm going to take you over to Russia. Now, not war-related, Swanee, but a Russian pilot and a cadet at a flight school have allegedly been sacked after video of the pair having sex in a plane's cockpit was leaked.
Oh, my God.
You know that there's CCTV cameras in the plane.
Eyes ahead, please.
Eyes
and
ahead.
fly this plane.
Absolutely.
Unless it's on autopilot,
Exactly.
then your hands can go for a walk.
That's
Obviously,
exactly
it's on
what they did.
autopilot.
They're on the Cessna 172 aircraft, Christine, and the 28-year-old instructor took off, and he convinced his unidentified 21-year-old student to engage in some sexual activities.
Can I tell you, I've been on a very small plane, only once and never again. Can you imagine how sexy I would have been and how up for a bit of action I would have been when I was vomiting so hard
No.
that I wet myself
Well,
for the entire flight. And when I got to my destination,
Yeah.
I had to put a jacket around my waist.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That's when you went to the jungle.
Yeah.
well, there would have been. You wouldn't have been getting offered free lessons like this instructor over there. He's a married man, 28 years old. He thought, I'm going to...
Some would say he went too early.
He went too early, but he was in the position of power, Christine Swan, and said that I'll offer you some free lessons because it's bloody expensive
It
to
is
take
very
flight lessons.
expensive, yeah.
He said, I'll offer you some free lessons. And obviously the lady, the young lass, she said, I'll take that. I'll take that offer and more. And away she went. And they got involved. The vision appears to show... She denied it, but the vision appears to show otherwise. So he's put it on the...
Yes?
He's put it on the autopilot.
Oh, yes.
And then they've engaged in it. And then because even on a Cessna, you can still do that. It doesn't have to be a big plane where there's autopilot. So it was a great lesson.
I've never
Very
felt
instructive.
Randy on a plane.
Never?
Never.
What about Ralph Fine? Remember him? He got involved with the Qantas air hostess once.
In the toilet. Every time I'm in the plane toilet, I look every single time without fail. Do you do this, Dino, or you look around and you go...
It's impossible.
How do you... It's gross for starters, and it's small. It's cramped. I like a bit of space, you know. I got some moves to pull.
And if someone's bare cheeks hit that flush button, that noise is terrifying.
You could be sucked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wouldn't be good.
Out.
13 24 10. Give us a call. Have you joined the Mile High Club? Just like this young lass did while she was enjoying a flight lesson.
Yes.
You can be anonymous.
You can be, absolutely.
We just want to ask 20 questions
Yeah.
about how it works, what's going on there, where do you do it, how do you do it, how long do you stay in for
Jeez,
without...
That's a lot of questions
Yeah,
there.
it's so many
It can
questions.
be very insightful.
Call us now.
Maybe we won't find anybody who's done the business.
Maybe. Call us. We got prizes.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Some Russians got it on an aeroplane, John.
In a little Cessna as well.
Oh.
I can imagine a big A380. So there's a bit of space in the toilet, especially when you turn left and up, Swanee. But not in a Cessna 172, where a flight instructor convinced his younger student to, engage in a bit of fun. A bit of fun in the Mile High Club, Christine Swan, and we put it out there. Have you been to the Mile High Club before? Very exclusive club, I would have thought. Daz.
thought so.
Daz from Kingers. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. You've been there, mate. You've been there.
We're going to keep this nice and clean, Darren, if we can.
Do your best.
Oh, yeah, look, 100% full discretion.
Right. Oh,
dear.
Darren, I don't trust you
That
at
laugh
all.
says otherwise,
I don't
Daz.
trust you at all. All right. Tell us your story.
Go on.
It was a long time ago, wasn't it, Daz?
18 years ago
Yeah.
now. My partner still of de facto relationship were on a flight to Indonesia, Bali, and it was pretty light on with passengers, and we had a row of seats to ourselves, not many people, and she decided to have a go.
Yeah.
I love that.
Have a go.
I love that. Have a go. You've cleaned that up beautifully. And do you think that solidified your union?
Great question.
That's why you're still together?
Look, she's pretty outrageous. She does all these sort of, erotic type things in different places, and
Interesting.
yeah, look, I think it's part and parcel of having fun and being in a relationship.
Good
Probably
idea,
why
guys.
she's still there, I guess.
Daz, where your two bodies docked, if you will, was it concealed by a blanket?
No, I was just watching out for people walking past, and if she was walking past, I sort of, bit of a tap on the head.
Undocked.
You're a spotter.
Interesting.
Darren, Daz, you're going magnificently at the moment, mate. You've been able to keep things nice and tidy.
Just be careful,
Whose
Brownie.
idea was it, Darren?
Hers. She had started before I even knew about it.
Crikeys.
Well, wow, that's a big revelation at the end. Before
Yeah.
he even knew about it.
Yeah.
She didn't ask or didn't give me any
No.
sort of heads up about it. She just,
No heads up. No heads up there. Good on you,
Heads
Daz.
down.
Dino, give her him a prize.
Heads down.
He's been very open and honest.
Let's give him some wine, I reckon. 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate.
I don't think
Enjoy
his wife needs any wine.
authentic Italian cuisine paired with the perfect shop at Zonzo Estate. It's in the heart of the Yarra Valley. Interesting. Anonymous.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you been to the Mile High Club, Anonymous?
Yes, just one time, John.
Oh, love it. That's enough for me, though.
One time,
It's
John.
one time, John. Run us through it.
So it started at the airport. It was a little bit frisky. Got on the plane, had a jacket as cover, and we thought we need to take this somewhere a little bit more private. So snuck away to the cubicle, but it's literally standing room only in the cubicles.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Was this on the flight? Was this a domestic flight, like a small plane, small airplane?
Yeah, domestic, quick sort of hour and 45 flight. So let's just say we kept things short and sweet.
Did you know the person?
Yes, at the time, it was my ex-partner.
That's lovely.
Great. Whose idea was it, Anon?
I think it was a bit of both. It was like, let's join this exclusive club and get it done, tick it off the list.
And on, I've just forgotten my question. When you came out of the toilet...
Big smile.
Well, big smile, obviously.
100.
Was someone there to give you a certificate and a sash?
I was going to ask that.
I think there's a couple of those sort of awkward peering eyes. It's like, we know what you're doing, but it's that sideward glance, like it's awkward, but I don't want to make it awkward.
It's always exciting seeing someone doing something they shouldn't do. I was waiting to go to the toilet at a restaurant the other week before Robbie Williams, and two girls came out of the toilet.
What are they doing?
Ahead of me.
Exactly,
John.
And on you're off to what? You got a flu. Jurassic World Dominion is only in cinemas June 9, and you're going, Anon, but I'm going to ask the theatre staff to shine a flashlight on you every 5 minutes.
Jeez, absolutely.
Don't take a blanket in, if you know what I'm saying.
Let's go.
The last, Anon, tell us your story, you freak.
How are we, guys? So my ex-partner was a bit of a freak, so we like to do things where we could get caught. We kind of had that rush. We like that.
Yes,
we like that rush.
Love that.
And we were on our way to Bali, and it was a little bit quiet, so we decided to head towards the bathroom. When it was a little bit quiet, so everyone was asleep. We had a few glasses of wine, went to the toilet, and it was a quick 5-minute session standing up.
Wow, standing up.
Wow.
What's going on? Should I be nervous? Because I'm going to Bali in a month, and it seems like the flights to Bali...
They're the ones.
They've got magic dust.
Yeah, it's the
somewhere.
excitement of getting over there.
Anon, you're off to Jurassic World Dominion only in cinemas June 9, where I'm told the Raptors do it standing up as well.
Is that right?
Which is quite...
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Let's play.
My name is Ossie Ginsberg. Melbourne. This is Chrissy, Sam and Brownie Ideal.
Apparently, Osher and the new Bachelor arrived on a jet ski on the first episode.
Really?
Which is classic.
That's
Osh.
cool.
Well, there's 3 new bachelors now.
How exciting.
Actually, I've got a jet ski story to tell, Swanee, about Simon Black.
Write it down.
I'll
Oh,
tell
yeah,
it.
that's right. You keep threatening to tell us.
Yes.
Buzzer check, please.
Chrissy.
Juggernaut.
All right, Zach.
Wow, he's on fire. Hey, standing up.
Slept well
There you
tonight.
go.
Hey,
Hi,
brother.
Zachy.
What's happening, guys?
I like you
Loving
already.
life. Go on, Zach.
Okay, I'm playing for you, Zach. Let's do this.
And Casey and
go for
Cows. John, say hello to Casey.
G'day, Case. How are you? I'll be doing my best for you. I'm a gun at this game.
Thanks, Brownie. Good morning, guys.
Hi,
Hello,
Case.
mate. All right, gang, here it is. The robot's going to spit out a word. You buzz in and immediately sing a song containing the lyric. Here we go.
Heart.
Juggernaut. Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. And if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this man. Whoa! How good was that, Case?
You went to another place then, didn't you, brother?
I loved it.
I'm very impressed.
Casey, you should be impressed. That was fantastic.
Felt like I joined the Mile High Club.
You did.
Music. Let's go.
Casey, you've got an unfair advantage here because I love Brownie in this game so much that I often just sit back and enjoy it.
Hopefully you'll just be really distracted now if that's the game
God, I
plan.
wish you could see it.
Here we go.
It's just...
Shake.
Chrissy, I was trying to get him in there.
You have to play
No,
the
you've got to
game.
play honestly. That's no fun. It's no fun when you play this game.
But I love it
No,
when
it's
you
no
get
fun
it.
because we play honestly. We go hard.
Okay. Shake, rattle and roll.
You know, shake, rattle, and roll.
He comes
So I'll
in
join
anyway.
in with you.
All right, one apiece. Come on.
Stay.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Won't you stay just a little bit longer? That's all I got.
Hey, nice, mate.
Please, please tell me you're going to.
Who sings that?
I don't know.
It's from an old movie, Swanee.
Your daddy don't mind.
All right, here we go. 2-1.
Dirty Dancing soundtrack. Of course.
Kiss.
Chrissy?
Yes?
Because your kiss is on my lips. Because your kiss, I can't resist. Because your kiss is what I miss when I turn out the light. Hall & Oates.
Well, hot dog, we come down to a grand final scenario. It's 2 apiece.
Okay, come on.
Someone is going to win an epic adventure into art. Book now at theloom.com.au. You're off to the Loom. Robot, spit it out.
Business.
Chuck it on.
Whoa!
Taking care of business every day.
Taking care of business and working overtime.
Workout.
Christ, that was a real magic moment in radio. Jonathan, you've done it!
Only just, Casey, you are the winner.
It was a tough game. Well
Melbourne
done, everyone.
wins. And
Yes, Melbourne
I think
wins.
I think I might have given him that last one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
How does the listener feel about all that?
Mate, good.
It's music to their ears.
I'm overwhelmed with joy. This is going to make my day. A great start to a day.
Zach, you can go to Jurassic World Dominion only in cinemas June 9. In fact, you both can. Enjoy.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Over 100. What the hell were they?
Breaking news.
What?
The great establishment of Gold Fingers. Where I've never been, but I know that you both have
I've been there.
Been
In
there.
the younger days.
What do you,
Yesterday.
What's the politically correct terminology for it? Is it a strip club? Is that what? Are you still allowed to say that?
Strip joint.
Strip joint?
It's a, what would you say? A gentleman's club.
A gentleman's
is the
club.
official term.
But
Right.
not many gentlemen go. if you know
Not
what I
one
mean.
gentleman has ever been within the establishment. But it is on fire. It is currently on fire.
Oh, yeah.
I broke the news to Brodie, who went, "What? Gold Fingers?"
You all right, mate?
Hey, Swanee, it's been on fire for years, I'd argue.
Ha ha! Bang! This is great. There's a sign out the front that says, "Sorry, we're clothed."
Hey, Swanee, did the firemen have to slide down the pole?
Hey!
Bang! Where's my sound?
They
What's
did.
happening?
They did, and they didn't have to look too far for one, if you know what I mean. Insurance.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking dodgy too. It's a suspicious fire.
Yeah, right.
But insurance is going to be paid in crisp $50 notes.
Come on now!
No touching.
Firefighters have reported that the possible cause could be a friction fire caused by the pole. Come on now!
Come on.
Let's go!
The owner's been asked what the hell's going on, and he says, "I don't hold a hose, mate."
Bang!
To which someone else replied, "Oh, really?"
Everyone's all right? Surely.
The fire.
Is this place abandoned? Is it even still open?
No, it's closed.
Oh.
The firefighters gathered out the front. They turned on the hose, and the small crowd was heard to scream, "Make it rain!"
Yes. That's where we're going to make it rain.
No, it's a good joint and
Nah.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
For everyone just tuning in now for Sam Pang, here he is.
And there are many, by the way,
There
that
are
just
many.
do that.
There are most. Some would
Please,
argue.
Christine. Good morning, everyone.
How are you, Samuel?
How are you, son?
It's just
Are you
a bit shocked, it's rattled.
Yes.
Apologies if I'm not at my normal fluent best, but Ash Gardner's news has just rocked this. It's rocked this studio and it's rocked this city.
Goldfingers, of course, is ablaze, and my...
Beautiful.
Do all the firemen have their hoses out at the moment, Christine?
They certainly do.
Brodie is sobbing in the next room.
come on, champ. It's all good.
Anyway,
All good.
What I want to know,
What's-
Samuel, is why do you smell like kerosene?
oh, are you kidding me? I would do the exact opposite of what you are implying.
Oh, you
I would
would-
throw myself. If anything, I may smell like, ashes and fire, as I've thrown myself on the fire to put it out. But what's the latest, Gardner?
So it took fire crews nearly 2 hours to bring it under control. It is being treated as suspicious. So arson investigators will be on the scene this morning.
Is the VIP section still all good?
Sounds like it's been gutted, Dean.
The government has already put out a statement. Sorry, the government has already put out a statement saying that whatever happens, that they will pay for the reconstruction of the building.
So I should.
Using $5 notes. But the thing is, if things...
$5 notes.
Well, you can't...
50s.
50? Oh, you don't put 50s there. Anyway, put your G-strings out this morning.
Put them out.
Yeah.
Out in,
Yeah, put them out.
Out in honour.
And your Maduri Illusion shakers.
One of the great institutions.
Good morning, Melbourne. Get on the radio today for Nova's 10K a day in May. Tony Martin will be in later, and plenty more.
I mean, let's get the mood happening now. I know that you're all really devastated.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
I want some tropical stuff.
Tuesday, May 24. You want a sense of the day?
Sure do. At 7-Eleven.
Give it to us.
Hey, did those orange and poppy seed muffins arrive? They did. Thank you.
That's not a sense of the day. That's
Well,
a
I
sense
just
of your...
saw 7-Eleven.
It's a bad start.
Former treasurer and also former member of Kooyong, Josh Frydenberg, has finally conceded defeat. We had Dr. Monique Ryan on yesterday for no real reason for me, Dino and Brownie. I think it's more just for
celebration.
The celebration. The cheerleader of the Teals, Christine Swan, wanted to speak to her representative.
That is the biggest story of the election, I believe.
Frydenberg rang Ryan to congratulate her on the election result and wished her well for the term ahead. It's been a privilege. 12 years. Then, unfortunately, John, he said this.
I now look forward to spending more time with my beautiful family.
No! I'm not denying that it's a beautiful family. I'm just saying, mate.
Overrated.
No. Oh, anyone who's got a family.
He's a very clever and kind man, by all accounts. He will pop up somewhere to make a difference.
If he's clever, he'll realise very early that spending time with your family is not the way forward.
I give him till Friday.
Won't take him long.
Exactly. It's Tuesday now.
Yeah.
Tropical stuff on Friday, we'll be announcing Frydenberg. He's not spending as much time with his beautiful family to do other things like living.
Maybe he could be the head of the new head of the AFL.
No, maybe he could help rebuild Goldfingers. You know, you have like a consultancy firm. Just
Smart.
bring him in.
It's smart.
Know how to access government money.
It's very smart from you.
Monkeypox task force. I don't know, just spitball.
Mate,
monkeypox.
Hey, mark this day down. Those words may come back to be very, very salient.
I just couldn't stand another pandemic. I couldn't stand
I
it.
know we're hearing a lot about monkeypox, right? The only thing I've read that puts me at ease is it has to be. I thought it had to be transferred with very, very close contact, if you know what I mean.
A lot of touching.
Sexual. Yeah, so we're all fine.
Exactly.
And
I've never been safer.
And there's a vaccine.
We've never been safer.
All of us.
We're just walking along the street whistling. Monkeypox, come at me.
No.
Try to get me.
Try. You won't.
I'm wearing a monkeypox. It's like an invisible condom against monkeypox.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And there is
force field.
There is a vaccine for it, 20 as well. So where are the anti-vaxxers now? I bet you'd be happy to get your vaccine for monkeypox.
Well, only because
by the looks of it.
By the looks of it, monkeypox doesn't look that good on you, does it?
Again, no one in this studio has to worry because it's a sexually transmitted disease.
One day I'll worry.
Hey, speaking of invisible
When you grow up.
Yes.
Yeah. You're lucky for you. Yeah.
When you love someone very, very much, then you can worry.
Listen, if a man and a monkey are in love, I just say, you do. What is it? You do you.
Exactly.
You do you, boo.
Hey, I wasn't into Power Rangers, but just for those who are into the Power Rangers, actor Jason Geiger, who played the Red Ranger in the 1990s kids show, Power Rangers.
Yeah, it was one of the great themes.
He's been busted for allegedly
Power Rangers.
taking part in a scheme to fraudulently obtain federal COVID relief money. It's victimless crime, isn't it?
Jeez.
Is he Australian?
Nah.
Oh.
His real name's... His stage name is Austin St. John.
That's a great name, isn't it? Like Morris Ritz.
It's a great name.
Strong.
Morris Ritz is still one of the great names.
Who's Morris Ritz?
He was a
lawyer?
A lawyer or a surgeon.
He was a surgeon.
Famous name.
How are we going for time, Jack? Everything all right? All right. Hey, this was on the couch last night for those who missed it. Nick Riewoldt coming out and reigniting the debate on the AFL's illicit drugs policy after his old teammate Sam Fisher has had some troubles lately, Dina. But Nick had this to say.
Players, when they're playing the game, have time they have money, they have, I think, little appreciation of what life looks like on the other side, and we've all faced that. And drugs. So I think drugs are a massive part of it. And at the moment, I think the policy that exists is one that allows players wiggle room to be able to tap into those things.
John, for those who didn't see the show last night, your thoughts?
Well, I saw it firsthand. I was sitting beside him, so it was very...
Wait, so what is he saying? That there's a huge drug problem among the players?
Swanee, it all came about, it was driven by Sam Fisher, his old teammate, who was arrested last week with a lot of drugs, and he'll do it, probably looks like minimum 10 years.
Well, he was
jail
trafficking.
Sentence. He was trafficking.
It's a small business operator.
Yeah.
He was. So it all came about there, and what what Nick thought was not the lack of support by the Players Association, but they need to do a better job at helping players transitioning into post-football life, and to educate them.
Is it better? You've recently retired in the last 5 years. Did you get any help, or you didn't need any?
No, I think the AFLPA need to do a better job at helping players transition and giving them a greater sense of what reality is really like. Now, this is not here to... Nick wasn't coming from a point of view of let's feel sorry for AFL players. He's just saying it's a unique situation where these players are paid decent money from a young age. They don't understand the realities of life once football is finished, once the music is stopped, Christine.
Yeah.
And then obviously the access and the ability for players to get themselves involved in drugs, which Sam Fisher did, is a real problem because it sort of flowed into the illicit drugs policy. And he said, there's too much wriggle room for the current players to be able to go on these, benders, if you want to call them, and still get away with it, Swanee. It's not getting really picked up that much.
How can they?
Well, they can there's ways and means around getting around it all. And then players end up having drug issues, like Sam Fisher did. Like, he's not the only one, obviously. He's at the pointy end of the spear, but there would be other players as well. So all of a sudden the music stops, the financial, the finances stop, and then they get themselves in trouble because they're not educated and they're not ready for post-life.
Is that the AFL's responsibility?
It's the Players Association's responsibility. That's what the Players Association is there for.
To look after the players.
To look after the players.
During and post.
During and post. If they hang on your money for 15 years, you get a pension fund, and they drip feed that out for 15 years. So they're holding your money for 15 years. It's their responsibility to help the players in their post-football career as well.
Do you think when I leave Nova that they'll take care of me after I'm gone? Do you know what I mean? Like, there'll be a duty of care just to make sure I'm all right?
That's you're coming from a club perspective. I would liken Nova to the football club itself, which, the PA at times would say, no, it's the club's responsibility. You go, well, hang on a minute. The clubs are busy with the current players. They're busy just trying to get a team out in the paddock on the weekends to worry about guys in their post-life.
In fairness to the Players Association, there is not a grown adult human being around that doesn't know that taking too many drugs and then turning into a business and dealing drugs is not the right thing to do. It's not a good thing for you or others.
Yeah, that's right. But
it's not the Players Association's job to tell a grown man.
It is a Players Association job.
Show some support, Sonny. They're saying they want more support.
Support and educate the players. So they're going to make sure they're ready to go in post-football, because players are not out there earning. It's decent money, Swanee.
Yeah.
But it's not like America or the soccer where they're earning $20 million a year. It's still not enough. How many players would come out of football set up for life in terms of where they don't really have to work again? So they've got to be skilled.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish with this. Tom Cruise says he doesn't take days off because he's living the dream.
Same here.
It's a great positive note to finish on.
It really is.
He loves working. He's doing publicity for Top Gun Maverick. He's doing publicity. He says today's a day off for me because I'm not shooting. I've been lucky enough to grow up on movie sets, and I'm living the dream. I don't take days off because I'm living the dream.
Good on him.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Well, it's Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100, and anytime you hear this music, you just get excited, John.
Oh, you get excited, Dale. So excited the other day too. Our Saturday night show on Fox Footy, Best on Ground. We have an audience comes in, and Benny Lomas, who warms up the audience. He's the best. It's a fantastic job. He was running late, so I had to go out and have a beer with the audience and just do a bit of warm-up work myself.
Is there nothing you can't do, Jonathan?
I thought, what do you think?
Warm up the audience.
I thought I'd go with a Larry Emdur game.
What did you roll out?
Well, I looked at the crowd and I thought this is about sort of, they would have seen The Price is Right all those years ago. And I've opened with, I hear the sad news that Larry Emdur's passed away. And obviously there was some shrieks in the crowd. And then I asked, how old do you think he was? And one lady yelled out, 47, and I said, higher. And then there was another one come out, 55, higher.
Well, so they've just heard that one of Australian's television legends has passed away, and they've quickly transitioned into a guessing game.
But also
seems very disrespectful.
But that's the joke, isn't it?
That's the great one. That's higher, lower. Yeah. That was the great Larry Emdur, one of the games you would play on Price is Right.
Do you think the audience was aware that they were involved in a punchline?
No, they weren't. Obviously, it fell a bit flat because three older ladies in the front row were devastated to the point where I go,
well, he's a national icon. You've just basically before they're about to see a television show, you've announced that one of this national treasures is dead.
That's right.
I wonder how Larry Emdur would feel about this.
Well, we've got him on the phone right now.
Yes.
Hello, Larry.
Oh, that's the best gag I've ever heard in my life.
Have you heard it before, Larry?
Only about 3 times a year for the last 20 years, but still good. It's still...
You're just rolling out old gags,
good.
Brownie.
Well,
Brownie, how funny would it have been if one of the old ladies in the front row keeled over and died? We wouldn't be laughing then.
No. Exactly.
You should have seen the shock horror. See, a joke's not going that well, Larry, when you have to backtrack and then say, "Oh no, Larry Emdur's alive and well."
Well, you put off it all by Grant Denyer in the back row going, yes, yes.
Larry.
That's a good point, isn't it? If Larry went down, geez, Denyer would be, he'd be right. He wouldn't even wait till the body was gold.
Larry.
No, he's in a little milk crate in the studio, just waiting. Just sits there and waits.
Ready to go.
No, he's in a suitcase.
Break glass.
Hey, Larry, great to hear your voice as usual.
Thank you, Chrissy.
I just did a Google search in the song on Larry Emdur. I just wanted to see what the latest stories are of you. And you know how Google brings up the most popular questions asked about you from the general public? You know, like... how old are you or what's your birthday? Your top question, and see if you can answer this. It's a bit existential. I've got 2 questions for you. First one is, what does Larry Emdur do?
Wow. That's aggressive.
That's what my boss at Channel 7 asks all the time.
What's the answer?
Well, nothing much, really. Just stands in front of a TV camera and smiles like a gherkin, and not much.
You're the best.
Not much.
And
host a bit of TV,
Yeah, host a bit of TV. You've got 2 shows, Larry.
Larry, come on, enough of that negative self-talk.
No, going well at the moment. Everything's going good. Chase is going well. I've just written a book too, you guys, so it's got a lot going on at the moment.
What's your book about?
It's about growing up and why I'm here. It's exactly that question that you've just asked me. It's like, how the hell am I here after 40
You're a
years?
great showbiz story, Larry. You're going to the Logies. Will we cut the rug there?
I'm not sure if I'm going to the Logies. I haven't got the suit call yet. You know when you get the suit call a month or 2 out? I'm not sure.
Larry, when you're on The Price is Right, as a viewer, it felt like some of the contestants treated your body like a playground.
Yes, I was a piece of meat. I was a piece of smiling meat that would just occasionally give away a microwave oven. That's all that I was. I call it white good inspired lust. People dry hump you.
That is a
when they
real
want
thing.
A microwave.
Larry,
It's
the second question here, and this made me laugh, nearly spat out my tea. It is simply, how old is Larry Edna? Edna.
That's that famous American psychologist, Larry Emdur. I'm nearly 60. What am I? 58. 58 this year. 58. So that means nearly 60 in TV years.
Oh. I knew your age just for the joke, Larry. So hence I was going higher.
You've done the research, yeah.
I've done the research.
What if with this joke? Sorry, Larry, but I don't know if you've heard this joke a lot of times. What if the person guesses the right age first go? What do you just go? Correct.
Correct.
And then
You're the winner.
And then you have to say... You get to play for the showcase.
Exactly.
Hey, Brownie. Another quick one. When I was hosting Wheel of Fortune, the other Larry Emdur joke was that Larry Emdur, when I was hosting Wheel of Fortune, raced into the hospital holding his stomach, screaming, and the doctor yelled out, "Would you like to buy a bowel?"
Yes. Bang. There you go. Use it.
I'm going to use that Saturday night.
Do double Larry Emdur jokes at the end.
Larry, you're one of the greats. You just make us feel good, and The Price is Right was sick. It should be back on telly.
You got magic in you, Larry Edna.
See you at the Logies, hopefully, guys.
Fingers crossed.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
One man, many questions.
Why do they have different sizings for men and women in shoes when the length of the foot is the same? What colour are your undies today, Brownie? I just wanted to ask Brownie, what is his skin regime that it keeps him so good looking?
Have all the answers.
I run on me face.
Ask Brownie.
Here it is, your opportunity to sit at the knee of the great man, the great, omnipotent and omniscient Jonathan Brown. He knows everything.
What's that?
Yes.
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent means you're everywhere. And you're strong and you know
Thank you,
everything.
Christine. Let's go, Dino. We're going to Clint from
Ultimate
Wonga Park.
strength.
Clint.
Good morning, everyone. How are we?
10 out of
Sorry,
10.
Clint. Anyway, Wonga Park. That's where John Farnham lives.
It is, yeah.
Do you ever see him around?
Never. No,
No,
never.
he's reclusive.
Where's Wonga Park?
Clint?
Oh, out near Croydon, the Lido way.
Yeah, we played at the Heritage Golf Club, Sam.
John Farnham. John Farnham lives in Wonga Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fishes in his
There's
lake.
helicopters in and out, I think.
Of course, there is Clint.
Just imagine seeing Johnny in the wild.
Oh,
What would you do?
I'd just
You wouldn't
collapse.
contain yourself.
I would collapse.
I'd love to just do the impression with the mic.
What's your
Let's go.
question, Clint?
All right, Brownie. Why, when you have finished a mint or have a mint in your mouth or just had a minty and you have a sip of water, the menthol intensifies?
Why does the menthol... That is great. It is uncomfortable, Clint. Why does the mint intensify?
Well, the water
when you
hits
add water?
the water hits the compounds of the mint, and then it helps it intensify, or it sort of expands it, Swanee, if you will.
Good use of the word compound was important there.
Absolutely. So works together, and it just intensifies the taste. There you go.
Yes, but why?
So the compounds.
Because of the compounds. The compounds just go in and they just go bang and they make it explode, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
It's a chemical reaction, if you will,
Swanee,
in your mouth.
like gunpowder, you know? You need all the elements there, the gunpowder, the bullet. Okay? Can't be just the gunpowder on its own, can't be the bullet on its own.
Clint, you like mints?
Yeah, oh, they're good.
Yeah, which ones?
Eclipse.
Yeah, clips there, a good one. Well, any others?
Cool mints, minties.
Mentos.
Didn't realise
It's
this.
so weird.
Didn't realise this segment was called "Shit Questions by Pain."
Yeah. 7:46. That's when I lost the will to live.
Wait, mate, I'm trying to engage. Brownie.
Clint, you're off to Jurassic World Dominion, only in cinemas June 9. Enjoy that, friend. Tanya.
I'm telling you, it's a conversation starter. Do you like mints? If they say yes, which ones?
Which ones?
Tanya, what's your question for John?
Good morning, everyone. I was always wondering, Brownie, with the Australian accent, we always pronounce the word potato, but why don't we pronounce the word tomato? Why do we say tomato?
That's good, Tanya. Nice.
And equally, not potato.
Potato.
Well, you
Exactly, yeah.
You say potato.
I say potato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
You say tomato.
I say tomato.
Potato.
Tomato.
Potato.
Potato.
Well, no one says potato.
Tomato, tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
John, you got an answer?
No.
No, I didn't think you did.
There we go.
Tanya, you've got him.
Another happy customer.
What about she get a prize?
No, she gets 10K a day in May. 10,000 bucks could be hers.
One's the only thing I can think of is one's Italian and one's Irish, and how alike are the Italian accents and the Irish accent?
I think I'll accept your
They're
original
nothing.
answer. I think I'll accept your original answer of no, I don't know.
Jason in Bentley East. I hope you're well. What is your question?
Brownie, good morning.
JJ's.
Who burnt down Goldfingers?
Who burnt down Goldfingers?
Well, be careful because it's, it is.
Had something to do with Pang, I thought.
Well, he wasn't here when the blaze started.
I was trying to put it out. I rushed over there. Mate, it's a national day of mourning for me. I'm telling you. This is should be a public... If it goes down, it should be a public holiday.
I think it was. Now, this has been unconfirmed. But I think it was Dennis Walter.
That was the perfect answer. Well done, Jonathan. Next caller.
Wow. Huge revelation.
Dennis
Imagine
Walter...
if there was some grainy CCTV footage, just Dennis Walter running away.
That is slanderous. You know why? I know for a fact. Once Dennis wakes up and gets out of the ground, and when he wakes up and finds out what's happened, I wouldn't be surprised if his high-rating show on 3AW is doing an outside broadcast from the remains from the smoky
That's right,
remains
it was all
of
for
Goldie.
ratings.
Absolutely.
Yeah, geez, doesn't Dennis like to make it rain?
Jason, you're off to Jurassic World Dominion, only in cinemas June 9 as well.
Standing there in the rubble.
He's got his own booth. That's all.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
That was Pleasure Love, Superfly and Defunct Swanee.
Now, I have heard this station and others, I believe, mucking around with hit tunes and putting their station IDs in it for a few years now. And because I'm a curious person, I've wondered how this happens. What I'm talking about is that one, right? That's Pleasure Love by Superfly Defunct. Don't worry, they'll never have another song and you won't need to remember that.
Hey.
But we play this version.
We can be together.
Listen. Have you noticed it, Sam and Brownie, or not?
I haven't.
You haven't?
Apart from when Dino's thrown little things in there.
Horseplay.
Songs.
We usually...
That's
you're
the version we play.
You're famous for throwing other things into the mix, including other radio stations.
3AW, burp farts.
Just turn Scott Baker-Smith down for a second. Then there's this one, Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to this one.
Friday, then Saturday, Sunday.
Great song.
And this is how we stuff with it.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the song, Swanee, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you?
Are you guys insane?
Are you that stupid?
We don't listen as closely as you. You're very good with lyrics as well.
But don't you hear that song and go, oh, why is there Nova in there?
Another one.
I'm stupid, so I just listened to it and I thought that's
So this song?
This is a new one,
This is
yeah.
where it's been tinkered with.
We know this song. The great Joel Corey. Hear that? Is this the first time you're hearing it? I love this.
Never heard it.
Well, now are you curious as to how we're allowed to do that, what the artist thinks of it, and how does it happen?
Is it a massive surprise? I don't listen to the songs during...
I know, I do. I do listen to the songs. We welcome our head of music, Scott Baker-Smith. Hello, Scotty.
Hey, guys. Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Now, how long... I'm good, mate. How long has this been going on? And do
Oh,
people
God.
notice it, or is it like a subliminal messaging?
I reckon it's 50-50, hey. I reckon some people who are really attuned and listening to the music really can tell. I reckon there's probably a whole bunch of other people that just don't really care.
So that's me and Dino versus Sam
Yep.
and Brownie who haven't heard it or noticed it. How does it happen?
It depends on what it's for. So, like, if we talk about the Pleasure Love Superfly, those guys actually went back into the studio, re-recorded it especially for us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
they?
better than just stuffing with it. That's what I thought was happening.
Yeah, because it sounds like the same voice, and it is. But some of them aren't.
Yeah. So, like, the Head and Heart one, we obviously gave it to our audio producers, and they got in some session singers, and they re-sung it for us and sort of imitated MNEK, who's the vocalist on it.
What does Joel Corey and MNEK think of this?
I think they're fine with it because we use Head and Heart for our TV commercial. So, yeah.
So it's a bit
I've
of
got
give
another
and
one,
take.
though.
It's a bit of give and take. Okay, yeah. What? You've got another one. What is it?
I've got one, which is probably the creme de la creme of all of these for me.
Great.
You probably wouldn't know it, but it's a song called Call Me a Leader by someone we've never heard of called Stylo G. And yeah, this is it.
Cool. Wait, did he say this is Nova at the top, Scotty?
Yeah, and he does it for the whole song. The whole song.
Does he? By the way, great sample of Bob Marley's Could You Be Loved.
Scotty, just to clarify, you do have the permission of the artist to do this, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. So, they'll give them to us. They'll give them to us out of the goodness of their heart. To be fair,
it feels a little bit like better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
Well, the actual fact that they're singing them, the artist is actually singing the words.
In some cases.
Obviously, in some cases. That obviously shows that they're complicit.
How do you think they drove home from that recording session after singing Nova into their song? I think it would have been a flat and sad trip home, don't you think?
Scotty, Sam Pang said he would come to your house and put a brick through your car if you do anything to this song.
Remember that song, Scotty? That would bring back nightmares for you, because you, as the head of music on this station, you brushed that, you heard it, you said no good, you binned it, and then people power took over.
Yes, it did.
And I started a movement of getting that song played, and you had to backtrack and play it, and then became a hit. How do you respond to that, Scott Baker Smith?
Turn up the feel good.
That just doesn't
come in there.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. It's going to be a beautiful day today, 19 degrees. Hope you get out and get some vitamin D. We've got some vitamin T coming up, if you get what I'm saying. It's Tony Martin. It's Tony Martin. Here he is.
Yes,
Get in early.
did I miss the segment where people just list flavours of mint?
You did.
Yeah, you did.
You missed it, man.
It's your favourite.
I like the minties.
Oh, wow.
Do they still make minties?
What about a triple X mint? I've written this down. What are your favourite? What's your favourite mint? I like a triple X.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
Is that what they're called? The very strong ones.
Oh, yeah, triple X.
The big ones are a little bit powdery.
Powdery, chalky.
I'm a fisherman's friend, man.
Fisherman's friend.
Hey, do you know Fisherman's Friends has branched out? They've got flavours.
They do.
Wow.
Like lots of...
The aniseed one is really great.
You're going to be... Fev is going to be doing this one tomorrow morning.
Hey.
It's going to call on.
Tone's here.
What are you talking about? He did it yesterday. That's why we're doing it.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
We had a dance together, me and T. Martin.
You're a good dancer.
Cherish it forever.
Yes, I have happy feet. It's a
Was that
medical
when,
condition.
From when you were... that George Miller stole your whole life story.
Yeah, that's right.
Were you a good dancer when you were younger?
No, I was... you obviously have the word unco in this country.
Oh, yeah.
That was but I do dance for a living now as part of Damien Cowell's disco machine.
Maybe you would know. I'm desperate for a dance. I haven't danced at a place for
it's still legal.
Ages. It is still. Footloose isn't a reality.
No, sadly.
Where would I go?
No dancing at Goldfingers though at the moment.
No.
Goldfingers, yes. Is it been extinguished?
Sad day.
Because I know the flames were apparently on the stage and people were just throwing $20 bills at them.
So you're looking hot, baby. You're looking hot.
Yeah.
You're on fire.
Listen, what else have you...
But I was just going to say,
what do you got?
With regards to that, I know it's serious, a building is burnt down, but it does take us back to the grand old Melbourne days of establishments mysteriously burning to the ground, like the Swagman in Ferntree Gully, or the Eltham Barrel, or the Palace in St Kilda, or was it the Stoke House? Remember, it was a Melbourne tradition for many years.
It was.
And the one I remember is...
Swagman seemed to kick things off.
The Swagman was the only restaurant visible from the moon. Yeah. I think it has its own Wikipedia page, if you look it up.
Is that correct?
It was the... It was the largest restaurant in the Southern Hemisphere. According to Wikipedia.
And one of the great jingles.
What was it?
Smorgasbord, we say it's the best. Bring your family, come and be our guest.
That was there, yes. I was thinking the smorgasbord that we're famous for.
Yeah, I love that bit.
Yeah.
Smorgasbord that we're famous for.
That's right, but-
Melbourne's own. Yep.
And Bucks Fizz were constantly on there. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm
Well, it
not
was
sure.
dinner and a show.
That's
It
right.
was dinner and a show. It was a great night out.
But the one that I mentioned before that,
Be our
the
guest.
Eltham Barrel, do you remember that?
I don't
Older
remember
people.
that. I don't remember that.
This was the world's largest barrel-shaped restaurant in Eltham. Hilarious
obviously
looking.
I've seen it.
If you Google it, you can see a picture of it. It's hilarious looking. It's a giant wooden barrel.
And do you walk in through the tap?
I think you do.
Okay.
Entrance via the tap. But I remember they used to promote it that way, and I'm going, well, how many barrel-shaped restaurants are there? It's
What's
the
the
world's
competition?
largest. Turns out there were only 2 of them.
There was another one,
There
though.
was another one in Japan. So when the Eltham Barrel burned to the ground, I remember the police were like, we have no leads, no suspects at all. And you're going, well, I'd be looking at the owners of the world's second largest barrel-shaped restaurant myself.
Oh, this is an investigation that I'd really like to follow.
Story as old as time when the competition just tries to,
Swan in.
clear the decks.
Yes. Well, the swagman, I remember hearing, this is probably in the Department of Defamation, this is 30 years ago, I remember hearing that a man was pulled over by the police 2 blocks from the burning restaurant, and he had 2 petrol cans in the passenger seat, but they were unable to prove anything, and he was merely charged with speeding. That's apparently a true story.
Oh, some would say it was better times.
Goldfingers. Who would the suspects be? Santa Fe Gold still around?
No, I don't think there are any of them. We'll ask Brodie.
What about Spearmint Rhino?
Still going.
It's closed.
I think COVID hit them all pretty hard.
Yeah. Does anyone understand?
Sam, are you okay? We're going to have to get some counselling. I've got to call HR because we've been quite, we've been dealing with it with a degree of mirth, but there is an underlying sadness here.
Yeah.
And you're really going to miss it, Sam.
I always thought if I got married, I'd have my reception.
Hey, guess what, you lucky
So
ducks?
sad.
To take us to the ads, we have the theme for the Swagman restaurant.
Oh, my God.
Oh, let's hear it. Come
Sing
on.
along.
Take people back.
And the smorgasbord that we're famous for. It's Melbourne's own. We say it's the best. Bring the family. Come and be our guest.
What can you expect?
You're on Nova 100. Easy listening.
Good old-fashioned friendliness too at the Swagman.
Melbourne's Swagman.
Hurry before it burns to the ground.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. All breaking news regarding the Logies.
Yes, I will be doing the voiceovers. This is an exclusive to Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
This is very exciting.
I've failed to get the sack from that job despite numerous faux pas and accidental feuds triggered with celebrities. Brian Brown not happy with me.
For that,
Why?
I referred to him as Brian Bloody Brown several times. You can see on the footage him just looking up going, where is that person?
He'd go you, Tone. He would fight you.
saying
He's
that, yeah,
feisty.
that may not have necessarily been at you. He may just not have known where he was at the time. Tone, this,
Yes.
for those who haven't seen that, before the COVID, Logies have been off for a couple of years because of COVID, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
But before that, you had just started to make yourself known as the voice of the Logies on the
That's
night,
right.
introducing guests and awards and all that, weren't you?
And just throwing in ridiculous
Yeah.
comments.
What sort of preparation do you have to make for that?
Well, I have to actually learn about shows made in this century. So like the week before, I go into a hardcore mode of, okay, who is Grant Crap from Love Island? I've got to know who all these people are. But obviously I know a few of the people who are in the shows that I'm announcing, and that's caused trouble because I remember the second to last time I did it, Luke McGregor, who's a friend of mine, lost Best Actor, and I just went, cop that, Luke McGregor. And, that's funny if you know that we're friends, but it's a very odd thing for someone to say. And Luke McGregor's mum was really offended. And so I've already apologised to her on several podcasts.
Did you have to ring her up personally?
I did. I never did that, and I probably should have. But what I did to make up for it, the following year, Luke McGregor won. So I said, cop that, everyone who isn't Luke McGregor. So I think that may have...
It's a nice
Didn't
makeup.
you know
may
that
have
was,
smoothed
there was
it
a
over.
year that having been paying attention one and Tommy Gleisner got up and accepted it?
Yes, did
Didn't
I
you
say-
reference me?
I think so.
You say that I'm not here because he's at home watching Cannonball Run.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my,
did.
that's
God.
true.
I remember that.
Dressed
Watching
as
that.
Dom DeLuise's Captain Chaos character. People
said-
love a
you
Cannonball
said-
Run joke
Of
on
course
the...
they do.
You said that on the Logies.
Yes. They let me just say, because I do, my favourite thing is just to find the most obscure thing from someone's CV when they come out. So,
Right.
you know, Tracy Mann, I can't remember if it was Tracy Mann, I think came out and it was, you know her from Nine's Willing and Able. Show from
Fantastic.
1987.
Tony, who did you say that you were going to go and do pingers with at the end of the
Oh, it
last
was Lockie
broadcast?
Hume and
Yeah.
Sean McAuliffe.
Okay.
And Sean McAuliffe would never be involved.
No.
in
That's how you signed off.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I thought no one's going to believe that. And then I got home, literally got home the next day, and I'm on the Daily Mail as encouraging drug use.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous.
By the way, at 10 to midnight.
That's ridiculous.
Come on.
Do you stay locked away? Yeah, or are you reluctant to venture out into the night time afterwards? for
Well,
the
I have
after
to be
party?
on standby in case something, unscheduled, in case Brian Brown tumbles down a staircase. I've got to be ready to smooth it over.
Fair warning, Tony. Me and Sam are going to the Logies this year, and
Yes.
I'm going to be presenting. So you're going to have to intro me.
I'm going to have to practice saying your name.
Yeah.
Sam Pang, of course.
Go your
is-
hardest, by the way.
What table is everyone on? Because
Oh, I don't know.
aren't you on
Up the back.
Sam's on 2 different nominated shows.
Sam,
yeah, well,
you
perhaps-
generally sit with. Have you been paying attention? Don't you?
Yeah, well, because that's which is sorry, lost my mind there. It's only because Front Bar's never been. It's the first time Front Bar's been nominated.
But
for
it's
Logies, so
nominated for Best Current Affairs.
best panel or current affairs show.
You're going to
So
have
we're
some
up
fun with
against-
that, Tone.
I think so.
Wait, Pang, so you're going to dog Mari and Mick and sit on the other table?
No, I'm pretty sure they've organised when the category for having paying attention on, I'll be on that table, and then
Yes.
when the front bar ones, I'll just slip over to that table.
That's
You're a
so
table
funny.
swapper, eh?
Yeah, and then
You're like one of those guys that has 2 families.
Yes.
I got 2 Christmas. So Christmas lunch will be at Channel 10, and then
I think I know which table will be having the most fun.
So do I. So do I. The one not with the septuagenarian and the man who's on the front cover of the Men's Health magazine.
Yes.
Your old work colleague Ed Cavalier.
That's right.
They don't drink.
He's now Conan the Barbarian, the nerd version.
Yeah.
You've seen him.
Well, his upper body is. I'm not sure about his legs.
You've seen that. You've seen that cover.
I have. It's a lot, isn't it?
They didn't come. The front cut.
What's
front
it called?
cover-
The magazine, Men's
Health.
Yeah.
Tone got us.
No,
to
they
do the
did
front.
not come to me.
They came to Tone to appear on the front cover of Men's Keratoconus.
Yeah, I'm
Or
on the
Men's-
front of men's lack of health.
Men's hemochromatosis.
That's right. For the Iron Men. Listen, just a strange change of subject. I heard on the way in here, I don't know what the context was, Chrissy, but you were singing that song. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah.
What is that song? That's
Let's call the whole thing off.
Whole thing off. I don't know who told me this. Someone once told me that they were at a karaoke night where someone was singing that song and they'd never heard that song before. So they're just reading it off the thing and they're going, you say tomato, I say tomato, 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 tomato.
You say tomato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
No, that is fantastic.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That's got to be in top 10 karaoke accidents, surely.
That's great.
Potato, tomato.
Tomato.
So good luck with the Logies. It's the best news that you're doing it because you actually make it hilarious.
Yeah, you make it fun.
Otherwise, it's quite boring.
Absolutely.
And obviously I can get into the room with the envelopes and...
Yes.
Can we have some
Any
fun? Make
outcomes?
sure you have some fun with Pang and Christine.
Yes, I'll be distributing libelous information that I've accumulated about them.
With our blessing.
Listen to Sizzletown. It's the greatest podcast you'll ever hear.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Before we wrap up, you could win a 1 in 4 chance of $25,000.
Just some bits and pieces to clear off here. Netflix, Swanee. You know, they announced the financial loss a few weeks ago.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that they'd lost some money the last year.
How could they?
Well, it's just there. Well, I think maybe sharing the past. Well, no, it's because of all the other streaming services, Swanee. They've got some
Right,
genuine
they've stepped up
competition.
to the plate.
Now they've announced it.
Oh, how good is that sound?
Mate.
Yes.
Ringtone.
It's also not dissimilar to my favourite Law and Order beginning as well.
Yeah, that's
there's
a
something.
Now they've announced job losses as well.
Oh,
Mate, Netflix.
is everything all right there?
I was gonna just put forward. I'm gonna throw up a touch of Enron about the whole thing, if you ask me. They've lost their minds. It's a big fall.
I blame the Tiger King.
You ever seen that documentary?
Series 2.
Yeah.
Ever seen that documentary about Enron? It's called The Smartest Men in the Room.
I started watching it,
Mate, it is unbelievable.
This goes to show nobody knows anything.
I think
Ironically,
the great William Goldman said that.
Ironically, not on
Really?
Netflix.
That's a good point.
Somewhere else.
Hey, Harrison Ford is returning to television for the first time in 30 years.
Really?
Yeah. Also, you'll like this, in a prequel to Yellowstone called 1932 or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
And
but
Yellowstone's just been renewed, and it's coming.
I did
the
see that
new
the other
season
day.
is coming at the end of this year.
Yeah, good.
Didn't do much. Hasn't done television in 30 years, Harrison Ford.
What was his last?
The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, where he just snuck in for one episode. 1992.
Right.
Do you think he's a nice man? I don't get a good vibe off him.
Notoriously grumpy, apparently.
Yes.
You know, like a bit sour. Should be happier. Yeah,
I think
than
a lot of
Harrison
the
Ford.
I think a lot of the thespians would be, wouldn't they?
Imagine being
That
Harrison
level.
Ford, waking up and just like catching your reflection, going, "Oh shit, I'm Harrison Ford again today."
You get a lift.
You would get a lift.
Wake up first thing. Oh God, you wake up, you're tired.
Oh God,
Look in the mirror and you're Harrison Ford. Oh, everything's going to be all right.
that's right. I've got a hot scar on my chin. I'm Harrison.
What character would he enjoy playing the most in the mirror? You know, he wakes just to entertain himself and
question.
amuse himself over all the characters he played over the journey.
The fugitive dude.
Yeah, Richard Kimball.
Richard Kimball.
Nudge from Hey Dad. Doesn't have to be one of his roles, does it? I don't know.
Nudge, welcome Nudge to the show. Good to see him.
He would do a strong nudge from Hey
He'd
Dad.
be a great Nudge.
Can you imagine him doing Nudge?
If they remade Hey Dad,
Yeah, I
Harrison
don't think
Ford
that
as
would be
Nudge is inspired casting, if you ask me.
Now too, like as an 80-year-old man.
Absolutely.
They might change the dad.
Of course, the news, that
They might change the dad.
They might.
Yeah.
Goldfingers is burnt to the ground. I heard Ash Gardner say that 50 firefighters came in and got the blaze under control.
And weirdly, they knew exactly how to get into the building.
Yeah, made easy by the fact they could go down the poles and then bang, 2.5 hours to
Perfect.
get it out. Mate, I hope it's all right.
It's not all right. It's been gutted. It's finished. God damn it.
GoFundMe page. I'm starting them now. But we're only accepting $10 and $20 bills.
Save our polls.
Imagine if it save our polls. Imagine if it reopened as Pang Fingers.
Oh, Sam.
Hey, Pang Fingers!
When we were working out,
That'll be
Pang
known
said,
as a pivot.
I'm going to start endorsing something soon. And this is the
Don't say
perfect-
that.
This is the perfect opportunity.
It is.
Hey, Penfolds have made a wine that is going to be made in China to get around the tariffs and the China not importing Australian wines.
Like are they going to send the grapes from here over there?
That's the bit I was curious about, because if they're just doing it made in China, as in, that's like...
They don't have vineyards in China,
have
do they?
2 years of vines. They wouldn't be old vines.
Yeah, I'm not sure the climate would be right over there, Swanee, but can they get through the loophole by sending the grapes over there?
They might be
Getting
able
it
to.
bottled over there.
What about a Penfolds Chinese cooking wine? That'd be unbelievable, though. Wouldn't that be flash?
Yeah.
They like their wines over there too. I had a long lunch over there once.
Do they?
Got me in a bit of strife with
Footy
Bossy.
trip.
Who was
Footy
the
trip.
coach.
Footy trip.
No, we're on it was a footy trip. We're playing a pre-season game over
playing
there.
a game.
Playing a game over there, and a long lunch might have got a bit out of hand. A few boys missed training the next day.
What will I fit? The last thing... we mentioned that ASAP Rocky, or As Soon As Possible Rocky and Rihanna have had a...
we did mention that. Yeah,
What
yeah.
have
A
they named
baby
it yet?
boy. No name as yet.
Was it on time? I thought it's because it'd be ironic considering the name of the father if it was like past due. But I think everything was on time.
Yeah.
ASAP's kid was late.
ASAP's kid was
Premature.
3 weeks.
Should have been premature.
Should have been.
As soon as possible, Rocky.
Yeah, as soon as possible, Rocky. I think that's about it. I don't know if is there anything else, Dino?
Nah.
That's
Actually,
a good topical romp. I enjoyed that.
We interrupt this broadcast for an excerpt from Billy Joel's Down East to Alexa. Please enjoy. Now, back to the show.
Geez, a good song.
God, it's a good song.
And I've got your beanies too. The MND beanies have just come out. So
Thank you.
Get on Christine. This is yours.
Yes.
And because I was a slider, Swanee, I got individually marked beanie with my number slider. I was the 13th slider to ever go down there.
Lucky for some,
Great
Woody.
night. Dressed as Woody.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend. Over 100.